on the Oracle. He's going to be hanging out here in mid. Chin will end up being played by Artstyle. Let me check in down at bottom because it looks like this seems like a very deadly lane. FY's, yep, they're going to go on him. And vg.r in a lot of trouble. He will be the first blood as DDC with the range of the Witch Doctor.
From the supports on both sides. FY looking for the career at mid. Now going to look to secure the 2-minute rune. So Nico gets the rune, but may pay for this one.
Let's see if they're going to be able to bring him down. FY is flirting with disaster. He's got 1 second. No, the shackle! That's so well timed, it's ridiculous. And now Mikasa's on the run, has a blink in. Oh, no, they got it too! The timing on these...
Very careful here. Chen nearby with an ensnare in general. Once back in, he's dying to the Firefly though.
Wow, this is, I don't know what happened there.
Whoopsie daisy.
Yeah, just got a little too deep. Artstyle's there, he's trying to bring down Yang, will not be able to get him, and now the Prophet's going to come in, ditch your all, one more auto attack will bring him down, but it's going to cost him their chin, and FY going to give ditch your all the what for on his way out the door anyway. FY's going to be careful, he's going to be netted from behind, eating a fair amount of damage. You can't mess around with Treants. One more auto attack will do it, and he does manage to double back. Sentry!
Sentry! What a play from FY! He predicts the sentry placement.
And then secures the kill.
Oh God!
Oh, he's going to now run for the creeps if he denies himself here. Okay, I thought maybe he was going to try to...
He may still do it. He's going into a corner. He wants the shadow walk, and there's no detection.
Oh, FY's going to out, I don't know, 150 HP or so. But
pretty annoying playing against the time dilation as a Bat Rider. He'll be back, but this is damage on the tower. He takes out the creep wave, but Dendy rotating up here with a double damage rune. Yang in trouble.
And Yang out of position and out of time as General and Dindy combined to secure the kill. 5
lane. Navi's very much taking the approach of our lanes aren't going great, but let's find kills to try and turn things around.
DDC waiting along with FY. DDC caught by Artstyle, and he's going to get the cask off. And Artstyle overstepping himself a little bit there. DDC did take a fair amount of damage, but
really at this point, again, with VG.R, the playstyle revolving around, and ZYF on the gyrocopter. He's the one who can get active, find the kills. Dendy again at mid, hits the shackle, the follow-up from Sunico. Providing expire on the gyrocopter, but TP in. Pop has Sonic Wave.
They're going to find Artstyle for free. Now they're going to look for the lasso. See who the target's going to be. Flamebreak only caught one. There's the lasso and General. Oh, there's the Sonic Wave from the TPN. Seneko and Ditch-Your-Off. Ditch-Your-Off trying to get out. Will make it. Seneko not quite as lucky. General's going to re-engage, but decides to finally back out. Dindy's there. That looks like a miscommunication as Dindy rushed quite deep in. And now he's going to turn and hit a shackle. That's going to catch GDC. Yang's moving in. Uses the flame break to knock Dindy off of the focus.
So you're going to get small items that will help you now, and the Vlad's the blink, the kind of cost-effective ones to do that. VG.R smoked up, Invis rune on Bat, smoke will pop.
Oh, there, Dindy, unfortunately for, oh no, a great two-man chrono, as General, no, but the damage isn't there. Prophet did manage to get his ulti off, that did a fair amount. Sonic Wave, oh my god! Mikasa just made up for a disastrous early game by flipping the script and blowing 3 heroes. We'll see them do it, but VG.R has 2 heroes that you cannot afford to knock chrono in that situation, because you have to deal with the call down, you have to deal with the Sonic Wave as we just saw, and you could even count the Witch Doctor among that too. So you're talking, it's not just enough that you hit chronos. Hang on, FY caught by a sentry. That's a great kill for Navi, but it's
also not the fight they were hoping for.
And yep, Seneko's going to end up dead as well. There's going to be the chrono. Nobody's there. Here's the call down again. Artstyle going to eat the brunt of it. And in doing so much damage, they end up bringing down Artstyle. It's going to be a 2 for 2.
Possibly not done. Ditch-Your-Off being chased down as well now.
Yeah. And again, like I think
2 supports, not what Navi want. They smoked.
That's exactly the point I was making, was they didn't catch the gyro, so call down screwed everything up. And that's always going to happen unless they're catching exactly the right heroes.
And for Navi to be okay, we talked about how a fight needs to go for them with the false promise against the lasso, all the damage being done, the Chronosphere. That's the problem. Everything has to go perfectly, otherwise they don't get the damage they need dealt. For VG.R, they have a lot of contingency plans. They have a Quap with Sonic Wave. They have a Gyrocopter who does damage. They have a Witch Doctor Death Ward, which gets
Yang
the kill.
in trouble. Oh, he missed the Sprout. Now they're going to be able to turn it. General, they're going to be meching the high ground. Sonic Wave again. That time, it did do good damage, but they lose end in the process. Don't know they're going to mind, as Seneko should end up dead here. And, yep, they do end up trading away. And catching a couple. Oh, if they get General. General able to time walk the damage. Mikasa right there, though. Looking for the bash, not able to get it. Mikasa is godlike. How? Oh.
He's going beyond.
And now is he trying to give it to him? He is. Just letting him hand it to it. That's a full 5-man wipe. It was drawn out.
Get nothing except scouting information. Bounty Hunter's okay with that exchange.
Let's see how deep VG want to. Oh, there's going to be a solo chrono. DDC is there trying to buy time. You're going to come in and should end up dead here, and he will. Artstyle there to help him out. This is a great double kill for Na'Vi. This is the kind of thing.
Something you highlighted earlier on was just how farmed and how well Yang is doing on Batrider. He's in the top 3, almost as farmed as his teammates on the Queen of Pain and Gyrocopter.
Blink 4 staff boots travel already done.
Yeah, global presence is there, and the bounty hunter who can get active. The track kills is something that's...
This is bad news. They're going to jump Seneko. Dityaraz there. They're going to focus him down too. Rocket Barrage doing great damage. Flame Break's going to knock him out of the TP channel. And that's a big double kill and beyond. God.
Immaculate. It's
it really has.
Always the right position to be in. He's just hit 3-4 heroes time and time again and finds Dendi. He may actually solo kill Dendi.
Oh my god.
He says, yeah, you miss each other, but... This deep ward scouts out the entire Na'Vi squad, but trying to de-ward his art style, and he's going to pay the price.
There's going to be a call down. That's going to be up at the high ground. Seneko's going to be one paying for that. There's going to be the follow-up Chronosphere, though. Gino trying to go to work, but Mikasa, beautiful positioning right outside of it, buys the rest of his team all the time they need. Dityara caught by the Orchid. He's going to end up dropping, just shy of making it downhill. And this is just big sure. And, I mean, just looking at the inventories, they are just...
General needs to not get silenced.
Oh,
good chrono.
Caught Mikasa. And here's going to be the call down and the immediate use of the Orchid. General, again, the lack of damage is killing them. False promise. Buys them back. Now Yang will be caught. And that's going to be that's a pretty good pick for them. FY going to stay on Seneko. We saw the Death Ward come out, and that's going to be a track kill. And that's going to go to end. A double kill for the Gyrocopter as a matter of harassment. He's going to run, actually, not even going to try to finish up getting the bounty rune, and for good reason. General will be TPing out, and not a moment too soon, as the Batrider was right there. Dityara might get caught here by Yang. I don't think... Yeah, he's going to go for it. He does have Mikasa behind him. Sonic Wave right in his face. Going to use the BKB. There's going to be the false promise. And now the rest of Na'Vi going to converge on the VG. Mikasa will end up losing his Aegis. Damage is there this time for sure.
General getting out of his Chronosphere. Once a second actually gets onto Yang, who blinks away though. So... 1-for-1 that late game, their lineup does fine.
Oh, this could be bad. They managed to jump Na'Vi, and they will. Although the Shackle's there, they interrupted. Kono's going to be there, but a 2-man Chronosphere. There we go, Mikasa. Finishing it up, and now Dindy trying to go one-on-one with Mikasa. Has to get out of the way. Very bizarre fight as it was split up in both directions. And Na'Vi ends up losing too as Mikasa once again takes command.
And they're blocking a lot of the damage with the Maelstrom and the Mjolnir. The damage output from these items is largely magical, and that's actually something where N was just too tanky there on the front lines. And VG.R will follow this up, looking to break this tier 3 tower, and LV have to be very careful. Without a Chronosphere, defending here gets very challenging, and Lasso is still up.
And speaking of, he's going to find himself a target. It's going to be Dityara. There's going to be the call down. BKB Sinback's going to keep it alive, but another great Sonic Wave. Since one backpacking, now it's going to be Artstyle has to buy back. Dityara back in the fight as well. And Na'Vi should be able to defend here. They really need to find some kills. They spent a lot of buybacks. General hit with the false promise up from the high ground. Dindy laying it into Mikasa. General still in some trouble. Mikasa will be able to make it away. and end. Giving credit for that kill, Ditch-Your-Raw next on the list. We've reached a point where VGR's
high ground siege attempt.
Going to be a smoke from Na'Vi. FY's there to scout it, perhaps.
Concerned about Roche. They know it could be up any time.
There's going to be the immediate track and the chrono used on FY.
I don't think that's really worth it.
Yeah, now they're going to re-engage. Ditch-Your-Raw going to be last, and there's going to be the call down. Immediate heal from Artstyle. Is it going to be enough? No, not for Ditch-Your-Raw. It's not. Dindy's been engaged. He's going to be false promise to buy him a little bit of time. Sadeko and Artstyle now rushing uphill. Don't know that they're going home, but the hard way. Triple kill for N. There's a buyback out of Ditch-Your-Raw, and we're going to see DDC perhaps drop as General's back involved. Mikasa has bought back. That heal from the Witchstalker buying a ton of time. Dindy going to come back down to earth. He's out of mana and he's burning down. Mikasa there to help secure the kill off of the buyback. Ditch-Your-Raw again being chased down by Yang. End is right there with him. So General coming in to do anything he can to buy time. It actually will be enough to get his buddy out of town, not enough to save himself. As he's going to be caught up with, now he's going to try to TP away. Yules is there to prevent that from completing. And Na'Vi lose 4. There were so many buybacks involved in that.
Including the Nature's.
Catch them on the way out. Either way, the Aegis will be snagged up by the Queen of Pain once again.
When the tracks start coming out, it's danger time.
There we go. General grabbed out. False promise right on point. Calldown's going to be on point as well, though. Catches 2. Ends eating a lot of damage as his DDC. General just can't do it alone. Na'Vi, though, off of the heel. Ton of re-engagement once again. Mikasa saying, get out of my house, because it's Mikasa. Sends him packing with an ultra kill and solicits the GG.
For a split second, I'm saying that like, whoa, perfect corner spin. Na'Vi, can they actually turn this? And then, Mikasa shows up to the fight. Easy. It's almost like the perfect way for the fights to unfold, where Gyrocopter finds himself in a bad position,